Sir Frankie?
Frankie,
Yung-
ano po gagawin?
Yung sila yung nag-i-install ng solar.
Apo, yung vlogger po ba?
Oo.
Wait lang.
Okay na po kuya? Saan banda?
Diretso po kayo dito. Tapos kanan, diretso. Tapos kaliwa, diretso. Tapos kanan na po. Ando na po yung pinaka-ops.
Yung mga palayas na. Sir Frankie na ba to?
Yeah. Ano plano ko? Hello. Chicken.
Yan.
What was it?
Sir, morning.
Saba dito na sa tabi ng sasakyan ko.
Ah,
Yung
sige
gray,
po sir.
Yung gray po.
Sige sir.
Gusto mo bang matuto ng agribusiness, crops, livestock and poultry, aquaculture, at ma-inspire sa mga success stories? Agribusiness How It Works! As a YouTube channel, Agribusiness features entrepreneurs, farmers, organizations, OFWs, investors. However, beyond our usual content and official endorsements, Agribusiness does not engage in other business dealings with them. While our viewers and featured individuals and entities may choose to pursue business deals with each other on their own, we encourage them to be cautious in doing so.
Opo. Good morning po, good morning po. New look. Opo. Ganda nga sir, maganda nga
Ito talaga yung gupit ko ever since.
Yung ginawa namin.
Ayan na Sir Frankie, nakaano na po.
Pero ginagawa pa namin yung mga wiring sir. So yun na lang, after ma-terminate nila yan, i-commission na. Ito sir, ba't hindi sa amin to? Yung existing rooftop na hindi sa amin. Iba yung nagkabit yan. Hey ma'am, good morning po.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay po. Yung ibang gamit nasa inyo na. Ito na is the sir.
Oo, hatchery dito.
Hatchery. Ang galing ng hatchery niya.
Yung mga tangaceous, yung kringgoni. Parang hito, pero
Yes, sir.
walang bigote.
Dashes. Sila pala ang hatchery.
Dito na kami.
So ito sir, ito yung in-install nyo?
Ito yung in-install namin. The floating solar.
Ang ganda. Kasi hindi affected yung production ng isda dyan.
Hindi naman daw, according sa owner, kasi siya talaga suggest yan. Actually, we were wondering nga nung una eh. Sabi namin, paano yung isda mo? Paano mo i-harvest? Paano mo So sabi nga, ako na bahala dyan. Ako na magkaan.
Problema na niya.
There's actually dalawang pag-feed ng power. One is itong bagong cold storage nila. The other one is yung old cold storage nila. So dalawang system siya. Pero aside from that, ito isang focus din namin is the mga solar. Yun nga, ino-offer namin yung PPA, yung Power Purchase Agreement, which is no capex and no opex sa client.
Sa client.
So, advantage pa nila kasi wala silang cash out eh.
Siguro hindi
Wala
na ginawa
silang
na
cash.
dito sir.
This one hindi. Kasi this one talaga yung owner nag-provide ng components. Kami engineering lang talaga and constructions. So, itong floating solar was actually designed ng supplier ng floating. So, sinundan lang namin yung nila. Yung methodology nila sa pag-assemble and everything, including this, yun.
Wow, saan po yung supplier niya sir? Abroad?
Tapos na, actually, nandito lang sila nung kinakabit pa lang namin yung mga floaters. Pero kasi nakabit na namin.
Kasama natin si Sir Frankie Fulgar ng Sinag.
Power.
Sir, anong ibig sabihin ng Sinag Power?
Actually, this, good question. This, actually, ang acronym, it stands for Clean Innovation in New Age Generation.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ano siya?
It was actually derived sa word na sinag, which is
yung S.
ray of lights.
Yes.
Kaya lang binigyan namin ng konting twist. Ginawa namin yung C.
But ang ganda ng meaning. Clean Innovation
in New Age Generation.
Oh.
Yeah.
yung company nyo ay na-establish when?
August of 2024.
2024.
Pero
Okay.
during that time, single proprietorship pa siya.
Okay.
It was during January of 2025 na we shifted to corporation.
But I'm sure yung matagal na ang exposure nyo,
Yes,
experience niyo sa solar energy.
With our president as well as yung technical director namin, they've been to the industries for medyo matagal na, for almost a decade na.
Decade. Wow. Yung ginagawa ninyo ay pang-industrial na
Yes.
solar. So
Yun
hindi
ang-
ito yung mga pangbahay.
Yes.
Hindi na. Okay. Bakit sir? Ano yung difference nun?
Mainly kasi as we said nga before si president namin na-involved siya before with Terra Base. So ito talagang exposure niya mga large scale na solar. So and I as well during my stint with several company, solar company. Ito talaga tina-target yung mga large scale, mga rooftop as well before. Yun. So kasi almost the same effort. So parehong pagod mo, parehong time na inaano mo.
Sino po normally sir ang mga clients ninyo for industrial?
Mostly meron kami nakukuha mga manufacturing firm. Yan, mga farms as well.
Okay, so yung mga factory nila, yung mga
Rooftop.
roof nila,
Yes.
ginagawa.
In-equip namin yan.
Okay.
That's why we offer nga yung PPA, which is Power Purchase Agreement. Ito yung no OPEX and no CAPEX in their end. No?
Meaning, ipoprovide nyo lahat.
Yes, so kami
I-install nyo na
magdi-design,
sa
install.
planta nila,
Yes,
ganyan,
and
sa
we would
factory nila.
operate it, maintain for certain, may contract period kasi yan, it's either 10 or 15 years
Okay.
na kami mag-ooperate and maintain it. And then afterwards, pag na-reach na yung maturity, kanila na yung equipment.
Okay.
So, maganda sa kanila kasi
May advantages ba yan sa
one
client?
advantage is they would qualify kaagad dun sa energy mix ng government natin. Kasi may ang government natin na kailangan they should comply with the energy mix ng yung power nila should be coming from a renewable.
Okay.
Renewable.
When you say energy mix, ang ibig sabihin nun, sir?
A mixture ng renewable and yung mga non-sustainable na power.
Yung dating
Coming.
mga ginagamit.
Mga coal.
So,
mga
dapat i-combine
yes,
yan.
Ang current target natin ngayon dito is 30% eh. By 2050, it should be 50% na. 50% should be
Of
coming
all the
from...
manufacturers.
50% should be coming from renewable. So, ito yung nagiging challenge sa mga ibang company since medyo malaki ang investment pagdating sa mga solar rooftop. So, we offer this, yung PPA Power Purchase Agreement. So, wala silang cash out. Kami mag-engineer, design, and construct. Tapos kami rin mag-ooperate and maintain it. So, yun ang isang advantage din ng PPA kasi kami mag-maintain all throughout the contract period. Let's say kung 10 years yan or 15 years, kami mag-maintain yan. We make sure na nasa peak
Functional.
yung functional yung working yan.
Tapos sir, ito sa iba-iba yung setup. So for this particular client ninyo ay pond, no? Na in-installan nila ng floating solar.
Yes, opo.
Okay. So hindi lang yung roof, pati
pond.
pond po pwede.
Yes, opo.
Ano naman po ang advantage nitong pond over let's say sa roof?
Actually, medyo mas mahirap gawin ng ang pan. Mas mabusisi compared with the roof. Mas madali ang roof. Kaya lang, ito ang available kasi ng owner yung pan niya currently. So, he goes for floating solar.
Yeah. Maganda rin kasi aside from nakikinabang siya sa isda, na aside from isda, tiwangwang na yan. Wala nang silbi yan.
So, naano rin niya yung na-utilize din niya yung surface
taas,
ng
yung surface ng tubig.
water.
And ang plano ng client nyo dito, sir? I-expand nyo to?
Yes, he's planning na mag-apply for RES, Retail Electricity Suppliers, to sell na yung energy.
Okay. Ilang days nyo in-install to, sir?
Ang target namin talaga is 3 weeks. In 3 weeks time, matapos namin. Kasi it's stainless yung specification namin eh. We use only stainless mga products.
So lahat ng specifications kayo nagsabi? Then binili lang niya?
Yeah. Kasi kami ang engineering.
Tapos saan siya bumili? Ini-import niya?
Merong iba, like yung mga panels like these floaters, ini-import niya doon sa supplier mismo. Pero yung iba, we normally endorse na mga supplier, ini-endorse namin yung ibang suppliers. Especially mga
Pipili
pullbacks,
na lang
mga
siya. Bukod sa pond, ano pa yung mga agricultural land na pwedeng i-convert into solar?
Normally, sabi ko nga, nagde-develop kami ngayon ng mga solar farms. So, we're looking for mga agricultural land na pwede namin i-convert into industrial. Pero yun, titingnan namin, it should be relatively flat. And then, ang second important is, kailangan at least 10 kilometers away from the nearest NGCP substation.
10, yeah.
10 kilometers.
10 kilometers
So, hindi
para
pwedeng,
madali ikabit.
kasi medyo costly yung pagtayo ng transmission line. So, for example, if we're talking around 100 to 200 megawatt, so ang ideal is 10 kilometers maximum.
So yung
distance.
mga, sir, yung mga may lupa, interested sila, pwede nila kayong kontakin, gano'n?
Yes, pwede po.
Okay.
Kaya lang we don't buy lease lang.
Lease
long-term
lang,
lease.
yes.
Normally 35 years.
35 years.
30 years basic lease term, tapos additional 5 years extension. So 35 ang ano.
Mas maganda ba pag lease? For both ends? Both sides?
Especially like yung sa Cebu namin, kasi it's a CLOA title.
I see.
So, when
Hindi rin pwedeng ibenta nila.
So, nung nagpunta rin ako sa DAR, sa main, na tinanong ko sila, sabi ko, pwede ba namin bilhin yan? Sabi niya, hindi sir mas maganda lease na lang, sabi niya. I-lease niya lang. Kasi, ang kagandahan din sa mga owners, at least sa kanila pa rin yung lupa.
Yeah.
Mapapakinabangan pa rin nila na kumikita sila sa lease. At the same time, kanila pa rin yung ownership ng land. Yun. And at the same time, ko-convert kasi namin yung lupa into industrial So, yung appraisal ng lupa nila, tataas din.
Tataas.
And as you can see, may mga floaters, cable floaters.
Yeah.
Umakyat siya, pumunta rin.
Yan yung mga itim na yan.
Yan.
So lahat yan nanggaling na dito sa panel?
Yes, nakahati yan into 3 3 inverters kasi lahat to.
Okay.
This is inverter 3, may 2 more inverters inside. Makita natin mamaya. So nakahati yan inverter 1, yung nasa gitna inverter 2, and sa pinakadulo inverter 3. Tigwa 150, tigwa 150 kilowatt yan.
Okay.
So, ang isang advantage kasi ng floating, wala siyang shading unlike mga roof
Yes.
Sometimes may mga trees, or sometimes may tall building. May tall building. So, minsan hindi mo maiwasan na shade yung unlike this one.
Ito totally open.
Totally open.
Totally open. And pag start ng araw hanggang maglubog ng araw, open.
Yes, so mas mahaba ang irradiance niya. Ang isang naging challenge lang namin dito when ina-assemble namin sila, ang instructions kasi sa amin ng supplier before is buuin sa ground saka hilahin.
Okay.
Which we found na very impossible kasi unang-una walang room para may tractor na humila. Walang room dito.
So dito niyo binuo.
And masyadong mabigat kahit 3 row pa lang, ang bigat na ang hirap na hilahin. So, yun na lang, ang sinuggest lang namin with the supplier, yung tulad ng ginawa namin before, kasi we had a project din before na floating solar. Ang ginawa namin, every 2, binababa namin. And then, doon na namin kaya pinagkakabit sa water na. saka namin kinakabit. So mas magaan siya,
Mm-mm.
by twos lang. Kasi ang suggestion ng supplier before, gumamit ng ng artificial grass para dumulas daw.
Oh,
Eh,
mahirap pa rin.
Hindi, you know naman ang artificial grass is costly, di ba? Mahal eh. So, and second, saan gagamitin ng owner yun after? Oo, so wala na sa paggagamitan. So, yun na lang sinadjust namin. Sabi, why not, gawin na ng tulad ng dati, tigda dalawa, baba. Tsaka sa tubig na namin i-assemble, buuin. Doon na kami magkabit ng mga panels.
Ilang panels po naikabit niyo dito?
728.
728. Of that 728, gaano kadaming kuryente po yan ang mapoproduce niya?
That's 451.36 kilowatt peak. Kilowatt peak yan.
Pag
Pero
layman's term natin yon, gaano kadaming kuryente yon let's say kung household, gaano kadami yun?
Yeah. Ang annually, medyo malaki-laki siya kasi ang annual production niya, AC Kasi as you know naman yung panels is DC yan eh.
Okay.
DC, and then tatakbo yan doon sa inverter. Yung inverter ngayon, i-convert niya into AC. So, ang annual production niya is around 593,000 kilowatt hour.
Kung para sa audience natin, kung maintindihan nila, ilang bahay yon ang makakabitan
Medyo
nyo ng kuryente?
malaki-laki actually. Kasi tulad nga dito, meron na kasi siya lang existing na solar. Actually, this one medyo malaki na yung nabawas. Kaya lang sabi ko nga, yung owner medyo natuwa sa savings na he got sa solar. So, nagpadagdag pa siya nito. Actually, sobra-sobra na ito.
So, sa need niya?
Sa need niya.
Which is, meron siyang sariling planta ng ice para
Ice
doon
plant.
sa harvest niya ng isda, ng fish.
Ito yung isang cold storage niya, and then there's another cold storage doon sa
So, lahat yan, solar na ang nagpapatakbo niyan, sir?
Yes.
Pag gumana itong solar na addition
Yes,
ninyo?
solar na. Except sa night time.
Yeah,
You know naman yung
yes.
solar is daytime
Yes.
wala na siya.
So, at least mga, yun, sa consumption niya, 50% or more?
More
More.
than actually. Kasi dito pa lang sa existing niya before, half na alis ang natipid niya. So, nagpadagdag pa siya. So,
Sobra-sobra na siya.
Sobra-sobra talaga. Kaya lang gusto talaga ng owner maging independent na itadiyo. Yan.
Ayan.
So this is yung inverter tree natin. Yung 1 and 2 nasa kabila. Mamaya titingnan din natin.
Ito yung tree.
Inverter tree para intended for this cold storage niya. For this one.
So yung inverter tree para sa isang cold storage na.
Yung 1 and 2 is nandito naman sa kabila. So yung itong mounting rails was actually made, ginawa nung kasi yung owner, meron siya sariling construction team din and architect. So sila nagawa niya ng mountings. Kami lang nag-specify kung gaano ang distance ng kada kasi we observe proper distancing din. May tamang distance kasi yan kada As you can see, talagang ang ginawa namin talaga puro stainless talaga yung namin.
Yung mga sir, yung mga malalaking solar sa Zambales, mga ganun yung mga ginagawa niyo?
Currently, ang uumpisan pa lang namin is sa Cebu, which is 100 megawatt.
Okay. Yung nasa Baras, yung malaki sa Baras.
Baras, Intanay. Intanay ba? Meron din.
Technically, Baras po yun, but it's within the...
yung kay Pilcomset.
Pilcomset.
Yeah. Yan, ganun din yan. Solar farm din yan.
Ganun talaga yung gagawin niyo sa Cebu.
Yeah. Ito lang, we follow strict high installation standard talaga. As much as possible, inaano namin na may implement yung Australian standard of installation.
Ang basically, Australia ba ang technology niyo, sir?
Australian installation kasi considered as the cornerstone pagdating sa installation.
Okay.
Wala silang shortcuts eh. Talagang maganda ang nila. So we try to follow that, and yun din ang isa sa mga advocacy ng president namin kasi he's a member with IIEE. Yeah, so gusto niya ma-implement din to yung standard ng Australian. So yun din ang reason why we could offer a 5-year workmanship warranty. Kasi we follow talaga strict standard ng Kaya lang, syempre, pagka ganun mataas din ang standard mo, it comes with a premium din.
Cost.
Medyo, it comes with a cost din. Medyo mataas kami. Medyo mataas konti, pero...
Anong advantage? Kahit na mas mataas ang
workmanship.
cost?
Mas matagal ang performance ng mga system. Yun kasi ang nagiging issue namin before kasi marami ng installer dito.
Dumami
So,
na.
oo. So, ang nangyayari, masyadong mababa sila mag-offer. Binababaan nila, pero pagdating sa installation, sadly, ang ginagawa nila, they compromise sa mga materials. Tatanggalan nila ng ganito, tatanggalan ng ganito. Especially sa roof. Kasi ang rason nila, hindi mo naakyatin yan, hindi mo tingnan ng may-ari So minsan di na nila lalagyan ng mga piping, ang mga tali, yung mga pang-ano nila, alambre na lang. So AC,
Converter na
inverter, DC to.
DC ito.
DC combiner yan. So from the PB, galing sa PB, dito muna papasok.
PB means
Yung photovoltaic.
yung floating.
Yung panels.
Yung panels.
Solar panels.
Okay.
So dito papasok yung muna. And then punta sa inverter. After the inverter, once na ma-convert na niya into AC, pasok naman dito na sa and then
Ito
for
na yung
distribution,
kuryente na pwede nang gamitin.
Ito, this one, sa AC na.
Okay.
Pagdating. Kasi from DC, i-convert ng inverter yan into AC. So, papasok niya dito sa MDP or main distribution panels. Papunta na doon sa mga loads. At least may,
Sino
kahit
sila,
pa paano
sir?
nakita niyo may activity pa.
Sino po sila?
Yan pala yung owner. Dumating pala yung owner.
Siya yung owner?
Yan yung owner. Yan. Si Sir Steve. Good morning, Sir Steve. Si Sir Buddy.
Morning, sir.
Yung
Sir Steve.
influencer na natin.
Thank you, sir.
Ilan pala, Sir Steve, ang total land area ng
Sa mga
40 hectares pala.
40.
Ayun. 40 hectares.
Kasi isang pond, sir, ilan yan? Ilang square meter yan?
Ito siguro mga 5,000 or 6,000 square meters.
So half hectare na yan.
More or less.
More or less.
Mm.
Sir. Ang lalaki pala ng cuts.
Pero mahihain.
Kaya
Okay lang, join ka, sir, sa conversation?
Sige.
Okay.
Kanina pa nga eh. Good morning. I am Steve Allen Ticangco. I'm currently part of the family business.
Yeah, which is fish pond.
Fish farm. Fish farming.
farm.
Yes.
Fish hatchery.
Ano, sir, yung species?
So, yung main species namin is catfish, hito,
Hito,
and pangasius.
Pangasius.
Yes.
Oo. Parehas lang ba yung cultural management of the two? More or less?
In a way, very similar, pero may differences din. Yeah. For example, the catfish, ang culture period is around 4 months. Ang pangasius, at least 1 year before we harvest.
Pero kumikita, sir, yung pangasius, despite of a year yung ano?
Yes. Actually, the good thing about pangasius, kahit mas malaki, mas gusto ng mga customer. Ang hito kasi, after 4 months, pag lumaki na,
Ayaw.
yung prices yan, bumabaksak na, ayaw na ng clients.
Baliktad.
Yes.
Tama ba, sir, yung pangasius natin is the same doon sa yung giant Mekong River fish doon sa Thailand? Or magkaiba? The same. Ba't sa ang lalaki sobra?
So, pag alagaan mo ng mas matagal, lalaki talaga siya.
Ganon.
It can grow to 30 kilos, 40 kilos.
I
Yes.
see. Pero kayo, nagpapalaki kayo ng up to how many kilos?
For market size, the ideal is mga 1.5 kilos.
Ang
At
maliliit
least.
lang.
Yes. But the 30 kilos, for example, in one pond here, meron kaming iniwan lang doon, we let it grow. Siguro
Lumaki.
meron kami mga 30 kilos dyan.
Wow. Exciting, sir. No? Yung business nyo is from A to Z, no? From breeding, hatchery, grow out, and then you sell directly to the
Market.
Ang market niya, institutional buyers.
Institutional, Horeca, wet market.
Lahat.
So, iba-iba rin market.
Oh, I see. Anong advantage niya pag iba-iba? Sir, pasensya ka na na ako konti.
So, the advantage is, actually, it's just about being able to serve
all the
yung iba-ibang, kung saan may
clients.
demand, we try to serve. At the same time, for the pangasius kasi, most of our pangasius is imported from Vietnam.
Yeah.
But for us naman, our goal is, kasi yun nga, we're doing solar, we're doing fish, it's both all about sustainability. Diba? So, for fish, at least, ang goal natin is import substitution. Kasi we import a lot of fish from abroad.
Yeah.
Why not make it here?
Yeah. Do you have an idea how much pangasius we import in Vietnam?
I think malaki, maraming containers. 40, 50 containers
Ilang
a month,
percent yan, sir?
minimum. I think. But I think, I'm not sure, I'm not
Yes.
updated with the figures. But by now, baka bigger na yung importation natin.
Wow.
Yeah.
So malaking yung demand for pangasius sa Pilipinas.
Yes, there's a big, very huge demand. There's a huge potential pa for the industry.
So aral ang Filipino to use ay to eat cream dory. That's
Yes,
cream dory.
yes. Familiar naman ang Filipino, but for us naman, it also took time to develop the market. So, yung pangasius namin, siguro we've been doing it for the past 12 years. More than 10 years na kami nagpapangasius.
So when you started pangasius, it's something na new, hindi kilala.
It's something new, something na we took time really to develop yung market. The same thing with the African catfish, yung hito.
Yes.
My father was the one who started the commercial production of
In the 90s?
catfish.
In the 90s?
Back in 1979
Oh, earlier pa.
in Bicol.
Oh, I see.
So the farm there is still existing.
Nice.
Yes.
Hindi, di ba sabi nila there's a problem with African hito because before, I don't know, pero parang sabi nila nakapagpasok na ng new breed. Pero dati, there was a time na ayaw nila, no? Ayaw nila
Yes.
magpapasok.
So technically, the hito that we have is not our native hito anymore. This is the African catfish.
Yeah.
So mas malaki siya than the native hito.
Yeah.
But the story there actually, my father, when he started doing this business, it was just parang nagkukwentuhan lang sila nung Taiwanese na technician for a prawn farm that he likes hito. Then the
I
Taiwanese
see.
suggested, we can grow that. So they started breeding the
Hito.
African hito. Then the rest is history.
Wow. Actually, I studied breeding ng catfish.
Okay.
Pero it's not for me. Way back sa TLRC in the 90s, nag-aral ako ng breeding.
So, with regards to TLRC, actually, kami ang nag-disseminate ng technology to TLRC.
Oh, I see.
At that time.
Grabe. Yeah. I used to work with TLRC kasi, yung Agresiete, TV show in the 90s.
Yes.
Ayun. Kaya gumagawa kami ng mga series.
I see.
Sige sir, puntaan natin yung pasensya na sir sa segue.
Sana ulit.
Sama na tayo sir.
Sige.
Para makita rin yung technical and then yung the application in your
Okay, sige. Where are you based?
In Manila, in Quezon City.
QC,
QC.
Agrical, talaga.
Oh, yun yung vlog ko eh. Kasi, di ba, way back from 90s, yung TV show, agriculture na.
Yeah.
So sabi nung pa-start yung vlogging, I might as well start vlogging on agriculture kasi hindi naman nagbago yung
Yeah.
So, at
Tsaka
least
kailangan
naiintindihan
natin
na.
Kailangan natin i-develop yung agriculture ng Philippines.
May napuntahan akong farm sa Thailand na ito nga, giant mekong at saka catfish
Okay.
na farm. Ganda rin ang farm nila. Saka, yun nga, I think may catfish pa sila na nanggagaling sa Russia.
Hindi ko alam yun.
Parang kino-crossbreed nila.
Yeah. When we started Pangasius here, yung technician namin is dating director of fisheries sa Thailand.
Sa Thailand.
Oo. So, nung
Wow.
pandemic lang, hindi na siya, medyo matanda na.
Oh, I see.
Hindi nahirapan na mga
So, Thai talaga
travel.
siya, sir?
Thai talaga. So, when we were starting sa catfish, my dad invited him already, 1980s. Pero when he came, sabi niya, I cannot teach you anything. Kasi your technology is better than
Alam
technology na they have in Thailand. That was the 80s. Kasi yung technician namin was Taiwanese naman at that time. Pero now, during the 2000, siya na yung nagturo nung technology nung nung Pangasius.
Sir Frankie.
So dito tayo sa inverter room natin na inverter 1 and 2.
Okay.
Which supply yung
Itong dalawa, sir, na box na to.
storage. Yes.
Agribusiness, how it works. Instruct, inspire, succeed.